thought I'd try something very, very different for myself tonight. I just heard, or I've just become aware of, ASMR. And apparently, sounds made in all sorts of ways. Some people find soothing. No, I didn't particularly want to change the way that I look and make things very deliberate in the way that I speak. I didn't want to wave my hands around, make people feel comfortable, rub my face, or anything like that. So what I thought I could do instead was to read something. Now I decided that I might read a book called Secret Sex Lives of Famous People. But when I looked at the book closely, obviously it's copyrighted, and I thought that's not the kind of thing I could use. May get into trouble. I'm guessing it's copyrighted for the written word and not perhaps so much the spoken word. But it's not a chance I wanted to take. So I thought, I know what, I'll do something really mundane, something really, really boring. And what I'll do is I will read a little of my diary that I've written so far this year. There's nothing more boring than my life. The year goes 2025, the year so far. Got to turn over all the useful pages like 2025 World Holidays, conversion tables, staff leave, if you had any of this, international direct dial, current planner, reference calendars, telephone numbers, and finally we get to January the 1st, 2025. This must have been a huge day in my life because I've written day 1, washed the Fiat this morning. So we drive a blue Fiat Punto, terrible car, but never mind. And the excitement was so great that I thought what I need to do is go out. So I went out with a friend of mine for a coffee. And we tried going to 2 other local coffee shops before we found one that was open. No surprises there, I don't suppose, being the January the 1st. Anyway, had the coffee. Decided, now that the sun had disappeared a bit, there wasn't any direct sunlight, wind had died down, temperature had improved slightly, that I would polish the roof and the bonnet of the Fiat, which is exactly what I did. Then my daughter came round for tea. It's the middle of summer here in New Zealand, and at 2 o'clock, it was a whole 12 degrees, so not exactly a warm start to the year. January the 2nd, a Thursday. My 2 children, twins, came for tea. I don't think that they wanted it particularly. The tea was fine, but my wife decided that this was the day that she would tell them all about our family and our extended family, and who had achieved what and who'd run off the rails, etc. So that's what they're out today. January the 3rd, a Friday. Another awful day weather-wise. what do you do on an awful day? Naturally, what you do is you have coffee. So I went to the harbour again for another coffee. My wife and I bought ourselves new computers this year, and we were promised on purchase earlier in the week that by Friday they would be ready. I rang the store up late Friday afternoon because we'd heard nothing from them. They weren't ready at all. So what I did was, I thought, we're probably not going to get much action if I just talk to them over the phone. So I went into the store and I stood there and I insisted that we would have these computers today. And I waited and I waited and I waited until they were ready, which was bang on closing time at 6 p.m. Anything's achievable if you have to. When I got them home, some things didn't work properly. That was fine. It's all sorted now, and that's how we've ended up on this video. Saturday, January the 4th. Flippin' freezing, wet and miserable. My father, who's 88, decided that he would like to go to a local bookshop, and so I took him along there, and he browsed the books and bought 3 from memory. The very kind of thing that you expect to do at a bookshop. Afterwards, we went for lunch. My father he's not very interested in trying a range of foods out. So whenever we go out for lunch, I always have to find somewhere that serves fish and chips. So this is exactly what I did. And so we both had that, and I went home again. Still freezing cold, still wet, still miserable. So midway through the afternoon I decided that I had to do what I normally do, and that's head off down to the harbour for a coffee. When I got home, I sorted out all my emails on the new computer. I had about 3,500 from memory that had all come over from the old one. Even though they'd all been dealt with long ago, somehow they all reappeared. Anyway, all sorted now, except for the fact that I've lost all my contacts. Never mind, that's life. Anyway, that's us up to January the 4th. Let me know what you think of this. Terrible or otherwise. Anything I could do to make it better for you? Do I need to make some of the sounds that I'm not making? I did think what I could do, besides rustling pages, etc., is, I'm pushing a book away on the table. I have a whole lot of Matchbox model cars. So maybe, just maybe, one of the things I could do is to roll them around on the table here. I won't make any engine sounds or anything like that, but you may or may not be able to hear the wheels. Oh, tight turn there for this one. Park it over here. Could bring another one forward. This one's pink. With an opening bonnet, would you believe? There you go. Look, pink with an opening bonnet. Oops, that was naughty. Pink. Maybe just gently we could roll the wheels. I know that there's a liking for this kind of stuff, but everybody I looked at, or most of the people I looked at today, were all women. I thought, why not me? Why not us? Thank you.